Hello, how do you do? Welcome to the vlog. I will be honest with you, I was like, I'll split the vlog up in two because it's so long. I haven't vlogged in a week, so this was supposed to be the continuation part 2. Instead, I just started reading books without updating. I just kind of took a week off from that because I was working on something else, and so here we are for the continuation. If it makes you feel better, though, I haven't finished Heart Haunt Havoc yet. So luckily, we can still discuss that one. Not a whole lot to discuss, seeing as, I've already made it beyond the halfway point. But yeah, I'll update you on that. I think I'm gonna finish it today because I have 60 pages left and I just need it to be done. As for everything else, what's been going on? I finished the Literally Dead book club pick, which was The Spite House by Johnny Compton. I gave it 4 stars. I thought it was rather good. I appreciate that it was, oh my god, Katie Colson just scared the fuck out of me. I appreciated that it was rather on the shorter side for a horror, which I think just sometimes does it so much better. Some people said that it was a little too long and it should have been a novella, and I think it would have been good either way. But yeah, I finished that. That is about a man and his 2 daughters. They're on kind of the run. You don't know why. And they are in Texas and they see an ad for the Spite House, needing habitants to not quite ghost hunt, but basically ghost hunt and find, awaken the ghosties to have undeniable proof that it's haunted, so that the woman that owns the property can get a real ghost hunter out there that doesn't believe her. I don't know. Now that I'm explaining it, it sounds a little silly, but I had a good time with it, to be honest. I actually really like the narrator. I listened to the audiobook because I had to cram it in before the live show. But I really enjoyed the narrator. I enjoyed the characters. There's a lot of perspectives. There's a lot of characters. I think that was one of its faults. It could have gone with a little bit less. But I really enjoyed the plot twist. I was a little bit shocked and spooked. I think that, keep in mind, this is the author's debut novel. He's written only ever short stories before. And so for that, I think it was pretty good. And there's a little bit of grace there, because I think what it was lacking most was a bit more atmospheric tension. But again, I really like the characters. I gave it 4 stars. It was a fun, good time overall. What else have I been reading? Great question. I think the only other thing I've started and haven't talked about is These Violent Delights by Chloe Gong. And I want to say I'm probably maybe the 60-ish mark. And I'm loving it. I'll be honest with you. I had a high feeling that I would like this. It's got a lot of hype. It's very loved by all. So I went into it being yeah, I'm probably going to enjoy this. And I am, which is so great. I really like the characters. My only issue with the audiobook, because I have the audiobook through my library right now, is that there's one singular narrator, but there are so many perspectives, which I wasn't expecting at all. And so having so many perspectives but the same narrator, I get a little bit confused on who I'm following at times, just because names are confusing. But besides that, I'm enjoying this. One of my notes that I took was 1920s fantasy mystery Scooby-Doo kind of story, and that's kind of what it feels like. You've got the mystery gang back together because it's a second chance romance between Romeo and Juliet. By the way, it's a Romeo and Juliet retelling. And so you've got the Scooby-Doo gang of opposite sides of gangs that are constantly at war, and then you have the communists and Americans just vibing in the middle, and they're trying to solve whatever is killing the gang members, and they're kind of teaming up to solve the mystery. Hence the Scooby-Doo vibes. I'm really enjoying it though. I really like the atmosphere. I think it could have used a little bit more atmosphere, but overall, I like the atmosphere. I really like the characters and the direction that it's going in. I like second chance romance, I won't lie. But I've been seeing second chance romance pop up so often in fantasy lately, and I don't know how I feel about it. Like, it was nice when it was like more niche, but now that I'm seeing it so much, I'm like, oh, okay, I'm getting overwhelmed. But either way, that's what I'm reading. I have to finish These Violent Delights tonight because I'm going to be losing the audiobook and I don't want to have to renew it with my library. I also would like to make progress in The Helm of Midnight. I would love to finish this week. I still have 3/4 to go though, so we will see. But that's my big goal for this week or 2 weeks. I don't know how long this is going. I think a week, because by the end of this week, I'll have like an insane amount of time off because tax season's almost over. It's fantastic. And so once the tax season ends, it'll be like the same schedule that week, but then I get the bonus day after tax day off, which I would normally work. And then I have the Saturday off because tax season's over and we don't work Saturdays. So I'm going to have like a ridiculous amount of time off in that week, and I'm so excited. So sad for my paycheck, to be honest, but so exciting for me. And that's going to be like a whole separate reading vlog because it's going to be during the same point as the Realmathon Peace Talks and the Orilium All-Nighter. And then I'm just going to extend my reading throughout. I'm very excited. So this will hopefully just be a week-long reading vlog where I can focus hardcore on reading and finishing The Helm of Midnight because I would really like to finish that. I miss it. I really miss being in the world. I won't lie. I have strong 5-star prediction vibes right now. We will see if that continues. That stays. But as of now, almost 100 pages in, yes, 5-star vibes. But I wanted to do my makeup today. Just, kind of put myself together a little bit and maybe film a video. I don't think so, but maybe. Because I have so much to do. It's Tuesday, by the way. Yesterday was spent filming literally all day, editing all day until dinner. Austin and I have been playing It Takes Two. So much fun. Oh my god, I'm obsessed. I'm so in love with it. It's been a blast. Unfortunately, he's going to be home really late tonight, so we won't be able to play. But that's been the video game obsession ever since we finished Lost in Random. And then, yeah, it's just been like a lot of editing and filming, which is fine, but it's a lot when I have to like cram it into 2 days. I still have to technically edit today, which will be the majority of my day, if I'm being honest. And hopefully I can squeeze some art in. I've been wanting to do art for about 2 months now, and I've not been able to find the time. So if I can find time to do that, that would be wonderful. Just wonderful. And then, yeah, I go back to work for the next 4 days, which is fine. And that's basically the life. I'm very excited for tax season to end. I'm very excited to kind of get back in a groove of life. I feel like the last 4 months have been so scattered and all over that I just have been falling apart. But spring is coming. Everything's been good. Tax season's almost done. It's great. It's great. Everything's good. So I'm going to finish up my makeup and then probably edit that video that I'm putting off editing. And then, yeah, that's kind of the plans. And we'll kind of just go from there. So, yeah. Okay, I'll see you guys later. By the way, we're having pizza rolls for dinner and I'm so excited. So, bye. Hi, I'm here to rant. I finished editing my video. It's uploading. It's long. It's fine. But I was hanging out last night in Noelle's happy hour, and I learned that the Mead Mishap series, it's a trilogy with like 2 spin-offs. I was wondering why 2 of the first 2 novels, why they disappeared off Amazon, why you have to pre-order, why you have to buy it. I didn't realize it was pre-order prior to this event. But I learned that it's getting traditionally published and therefore new covers. So I can buy a paperback copy of my favorite one with the original cover, which is like a spin-off. It's not technically a part of the main series, but it's not going to match the new covers. But I really love the self-published covers, and now I don't have them because you can't find them anywhere. This is the second time that this has happened to me. The first time being A Dowry of Blood, and I'm still not over it. It's still heartbreaking. Why do we have to do this? Like, I'm so happy for the authors who are getting traditionally published, who are getting the coin that they deserve, the attention, the recognition that they deserve. But, like, please don't take away the beautiful original covers. It's so heartbreaking. It's so upsetting. I don't like it. Anyway, I'm making pizza rolls. I'm not being productive, I'll be honest. I finished editing the video and I'm just exhausted already. So I'm drinking my little energy drink, gonna eat some food, watch some YouTube, and then I think I'm gonna try to jump into some art, which will be fun. I have a game plan. I want to update this journal specifically. Oh, it was covered in cat hair. I want to update that journal specifically because that's my like orilium reading journal, but I haven't touched it since last year. So I want to update it so that in sometime this month, hopefully, I can show it off. And yes, that is kind of my plan, my goal. I also have not yet started my 2023 reading journal because I gave up my reading journal last year. Just like stopped. I was like, I'm not happy with this. I'll just stop. And now I want to retroactively go back and do my 2022 reading journal. That's going to take a long time. So yeah, that's all that's really happening with me. Everything's going great. It's fine. I'm fine. Is this red or brown? Hello. I just finished These Violent Delights and I enjoyed it a lot. The romance is very interesting because it's not the main focus, even though it feels like it should be since the Romeo and Juliet retelling, but it does kind of take a backseat for the mystery plot that's going on. I did enjoy it. I like these characters a lot. I really enjoyed the ending and where it went and the setup for the next book because it's a duology. I will definitely be continuing and finishing this. I liked, again, all of the characters, their interactions with each other. I had a point and I've now forgotten what I was going to say. I like the twist about the relationship. So I think it's funny how it's like they were once together and now they hate each other, but feelings are still kind of there, so they're rediscovering their passion and love. And they're together for such a short period of time, because by the end of the book, they hate each other again, because they're like rival gangs, Romeo and Juliet, you know? And I just think it's really funny that they were like, do you still love me? Yes? I hate you. 3 pages later, you're like, okay, great, yeah, that makes so much sense. So, that's great. I finished a book. I want to start another audiobook because I'm doing my little artsy thing, but I don't know what to read. I've been like consistently 4 books behind schedule all year, so hopefully that'll get fixed this month and I'll be like up to date. We'll see. But nothing's coming to my brain. Let me see. Yeah, 4 stars. Okay. I know I want to finish Heart Haunt Havoc tonight. Before I go to bed, or like whilst I go to bed. And then we need to start an audiobook. I'll come back once I figure that out, okay? Hello, let me set you down. Ignore the mess behind me. We're in my living room, and like the animals have been having a day. Hi, I'm gonna be that annoying YouTuber just like really quick and say what everybody else on the internet is saying, but I am so happy that daylight savings has come and that it is almost just about spring and that it is light outside when I get off work at 7 p.m. It is beautiful, it is wonderful, it is amazing. It makes me feel fantastic. So, praise to the sun for single-handedly curing my depression for now. Anywho, for the Orilium readathon, which we're far into, and I don't think I've read anything on my TBR yet. With that said, I have started a book for the side quest. If you're unaware, Orilium has like side quests that get you extra guild points, and G is doing it different this Equinox readathon, and it's like, here's the basis, complete the prompt, continue on, but there's like different choices, and depending on your choice, it can either end it early or you can keep going, and I think it's really cool. I'm not going to cheat. I swear I will not cheat. I will do it the honorable way, like it is supposed to be done. But I am reading Onyx by Jennifer L. Armentrout. This is the technically 3rd book in the Lux series, the 4th if you include the 1.5, which I have read, the 5th I think if you include the 0.5, which I have not yet read because I don't really care about Dawson's character yet. But basically this is a continuation, picks right up from where we left off in the 2nd book, and this is just like a comfort place to me. Like, it is a comfort 2010 era trash fantasy romance, and I'm here for it. This is me mood reading, everybody. I need you to know. This fulfills like the night in the title, or like a nighttime cover, because it's very dark and nighttimey. But this is me mood reading, which I don't typically do. I'm pretty good at like, here's my TBR, here's my 5 other TBRs, but we're gonna stay within. But yesterday on my drive home, I just had this feeling. I was like, man, I really want to continue on in the Lux series. That's just like really what I want right now. So here we are, we're doing it. And I fit it into a TBR, so like it makes sense and it's totally okay still. So that's so good for me. Anyway, that's my update. I'm only like 12% in. The narrator is like my comfort place. I'm so content and happy. Today's been a great day. I got really good news at my job. At least it's good news at like this current moment in time. I might feel entirely different. My dog is barking. I might feel entirely different by the time this is in like full force, but I'm going to be getting licensed in tax preparing. That's a thing that you have to do in Oregon. to help the small business that I work for, because we don't have a lot of preparers and we get really behind, and it'll just kind of help the business. I will still be doing bookkeeping as like my primary thing, but to help out and do a lot of like my bookkeeping clients, I can do their taxes and stuff. It's gonna be fun and cool. If I pass this exam, I have a great opportunity on the other side of this door, and so I'm gonna stick it out. I'm gonna do my best. I'm really like excited about it now, but I'm also like a terrible test taker and I have really bad anxiety, so I'm nervous, but I'm excited. Okay, I'm gonna go. That was my updates. I'm gonna make dinner. I'm gonna get this dog to shut up, so bye. Hello. Hinata and I, this little bean. We just finished reading Girls of Fate and Fury. I'm giving it a 5 on Goodreads. I think it's more like a 4.5 because there was like a few lulls. Some of the writing I was like, okay, but yeah, I finished it. I really like this trilogy. I highly recommend it to anybody who has been through trauma, especially, oh my goodness, especially of the sexual assault kind of trauma, because that's basically what this story is, although there's also like a lot of fantasy versions of racism and sexism and misogyny and everything else going on. But at the core of this story, it is multiple people going through similar sexual trauma and the different responses that people can have, and the different ways that people deal with the trauma, heal from the trauma. I know for Natasha Nang, the author, this was a big healing journey that they're still going to be continuing probably for the rest of their life, like most victims or survivors or whatever term you prefer, have to go through forever. That's just a part of trauma, is the healing process. But it really dives into it and explores it throughout the 3 books. And I think it's very well handled and cared for. I appreciate the author's notes at the end of each book that talks about the reason why these exist and why they were written and what good it can be doing. And I like how Natasha, in this book especially, was like, I haven't been able to touch on disability, and that's something that I've been wanting to do. So she wrote a character, Nita, I believe, who is that for Natasha, and I think that's just incredible, and I think that's powerful, and I think that's what books often are for, is for people to write about their experiences in a way that is still distant but still therapeutic. Oh, look at this little cutie. Yes. So yeah, I really appreciate these books. They will happily live on my shelf. Oh, hello, sir. Are you here for the people? Hi. So yeah, that's my review. I finished my first book of my little mini staycation. Why? So yeah, that's it. Hello. Last night, I didn't end up filming or chatting at all, but we had a game night with family that was visiting, and my stepsister and her boyfriend got together with us, so like it was like a good old time. Had some lasagna, played some board game. It was a great time. It was genuinely so much fun. We were laughing so hard. But after that, I laid in bed and I read my little book, and I finished it this morning. I finally finished Heart Haunt Havoc. Why it took me so long, I have no idea. It should not have taken me that long. It was genuinely like a really short, but there's something about ebooks that just like don't make me want to power through them so much. So yes, but I did finally finish it. I did still give it a 4 stars, even though it took me forever to read. I don't think that's the book's fault. I think it's more just like the formatting. I don't love reading on my phone, but I gotta get better about it because that's how Kindle Unlimited works. And so yeah, it was fine. I really enjoyed the ending. This is going to be, at this point, likely to be a trilogy, where we're going to continue following these 2 characters as their relationship grows, but they go on like exercising ghosties. So that's the gist of it. But it was very steamy, very trans love focused, which I really appreciate because I just don't see that in books, and so I think that's important for people to be able to see themselves in the stories that they're reading. So if you're into romance and horror, especially like paranormal romance, it's not very like horror-y. There's not a lot of like spooky imagery that scares you, but definitely paranormal romance, I would say definitely check it out. Is that gonna be it for this video? I don't know. I guess we'll wait and see. I'll start editing soon, so for now, goodbye. Oh, hi. I'm unwell. I'm kind of like at that part of the weekend. It's my last day of like my time off for this week. Because my hours are really weird as we were getting out of the tax season, but I have to go back to work tomorrow. Today was supposed to be like my perfect day of getting my life on track, starting these habits, getting everything done and caught up, and that's not where we're at. That's not what happened. And now it is 4:30. I need to film 2 clips of book reviews that I've been putting off for over a week now. All I want to do is crawl in bed and read a book. I need to edit my video for tomorrow. I don't want to put makeup on. I don't think I'm going to at this point, but yeah, I'm just kind of going through it. It'll be fine because like I work Thursday, Friday, and then I have Saturday, Sunday off again, and I can hopefully get my life together then. I don't know. Change is so hard. That's like my least favorite thing. I don't like changing my schedule. I don't like having to get used to adjusting around other people. It's just gonna be a lot, but hopefully the positivity will come back. It'll probably be nice to get out of the house. I genuinely barely left the house in the last 4 days, and I have not been nearly as productive as I wanted to. It's been just like a major reset for me, just like having the time off, reading at my own pace, working on like art stuff just because I can and it's fun, and yeah. So anywho, yeah, I'm trying to adjust. It's not going great. We're doing our best and I'm exhausted, but I'm hoping to get as much as I can done in the next like hour or two so that I can just spend the evening laying in bed, reading and then maybe adjusting. Because I somehow have to get to the office at 8 in the morning tomorrow. I also have like training starting tomorrow, and then I have like this really important meeting on Friday, and that's like so out of the norm for me. Like, I'm a bookkeeper, I never have appointments, but I have to go to like a lawyer with a big team of people to talk about one of our clients, and it's just like, oh my gosh, okay. So I don't know, I'm stressed. It's fine, everything's fine. I'm really excited to go back to my work schedule of like work 2 days, 1 day off, work 2 days, 2 days off. Like, I'm excited for that. I just need to get back into the habit of that and get used to it again. But until that happens, I am going to review some books, edit a video, and read. I think I'm going to read The Last Tale of the Flower Bride because it's short. I have the audiobook available. It shouldn't take me very long. It's under 300 pages. So I think this will just be like a nice quick read. I've heard nothing but great things about it. This cover makes me think of The Final Strife. Now I really want to get The Final Strife and read them. So yes, that's what's going on with me. I am planning on readjusting my reading schedule now that I know what I've read on my break, which was not a lot. But now I'm going to readjust my reading schedule for the rest of the month so that I can stay on track, as well as read what I can and get through my TBR pile over there. Oh my god. There's so many things to read. Okay, I'm gonna go, but this is the plan. I'll update you guys once I get started. And if I change my mind, I will also let you know. I don't have too many options right now. No, I have too many options, but my current right now options are like 3, maybe 4 books, so that's so many. Okay, anyways, bye. I'm a little bit tired, but I have caffeine, so it's all good. It is about 6 p.m. probably, and my plan for this weekend is to read. I'm officially home alone. I've actually been home alone for about two hours maybe. No, it's 7:30, so yeah, definitely over 2 hours now. But I am finally deciding to read. This is my current read. I'm on page 97 of The Last Tale of the Flower Bride. I'm really enjoying this writing style. It is fantasy, gothic horror. It's good. I love the mentions of Oregon, which is one of the perspectives, like home state, which is really cool. I'm adoring this. I don't know what's going on though. I truly couldn't tell you right now. So far what I know is that we're following the bridegroom, and he marries Indigo through kind of a strange happenstance. It's an interesting relationship, but truly peak romance. I won't lie. I'm into it. And we're also getting flashbacks to another perspective of this character, Azure, whose name is nice and all, but like complicates my brain because I'm like, Azul. No, Azure. And I'm really enjoying her perspectives, this childhood youth of magic and fairy tales, and not really fairy tales, but fairyland, like leaving food out for the fairies, getting their own little fairy world to play in, her and Indigo, sorry, I should explain that. And then we have Indigo's aunt, Tati, who is dying, and so in the present, we see Indigo and the bridegroom visiting Tati and like this house, the house of dreams, and oh my god, the house is its own character, and I truly love that in a book. So I'm finishing this up. I'm reading with the audiobook, so it's going by a lot quicker. I've been reading this in the sprints lately, but I'm finally going to finish this and pick it up, and I'm very excited. 5-star prediction, I'll just say it. This is 1000% a 5-star prediction. I think I'm going to adore where it's headed, but we won't know until we get there. And then once I finish this, I will probably be closing out the vlog because I have 2 other things to read this weekend, hopefully. We'll see how that goes. And those are for 2 separate reading vlogs. It's gonna be The Secret History, which you won't see this vlog for a while, and then Home Before Dark. Hopefully you will see this vlog this month or next month. So that's what's going on with me. I'm gonna get to reading this, charge my phone so it doesn't, die, and then I'll update you, catch you up, and then say goodbye. feel like you are very crooked right now. Does that help? Hello. We've got some chit-chatting to do, I'll be honest. I'm also going to be curling my hair because I wanted to curl my hair today. I've finished the last tale of the Flower Bride, and I have a lot of thoughts and opinions. So for starters, I told you last night that I thought it was going to be a 5-star prediction, which was still true, but as I was reading it, I wasn't feeling 5 stars. I was, how do I explain it? It wasn't a book that was like captivating me so much that I just wanted to read. Like, I easily put it down last night to sleep instead. And I feel like a book that's 5 stars makes me want to continue reading even if I'm getting tired. And honestly, I stopped reading and I wasn't that tired. So I was just like, okay, it can't be 5 stars because I'm not so obsessed. And a reminder that this is fantasy gothic, which means it's a little bit horror, which I love. It's a great genre for me. But it is a mostly vibes kind of story. There is plot, there is characters, but it's a lot of vibes. And I really loved the vibes. I really loved the writing style, but the writing style alone couldn't warrant 5 stars for me. And then the twists happen. And I'll be honest, I predicted them all. I saw all of them coming. I knew they were going to happen. And because this is not a thriller, I'm not annoyed or upset. Like, I think it was meant to be a little bit obvious if you read this type of book or know this kind of story, then like you might have also seen it coming, but not in a bad way. I think that it was still explained well, and I just really loved the storytelling aspect. Like I sort of touched on last night, I absolutely love and adore their romance, and I did not want that spell to break whatsoever. I wanted their romance to be strong and true the entire time because I was obsessed. I loved their relationship of like sitting in the bathtub together and he tells her fairy tale stories. That's peak romance to me. Oh my god. That was so good. I loved every second of it. But with that said, I think that the way that the story went was great. And by the end of it, I really enjoyed it. I loved the ending. And then I read the final line. And I'm so upset that I wasn't recording my reaction for the end. I didn't think anything spectacular was going to happen. So it's not like a thriller or a book that I was so invested in that I needed to film the ending's reaction. But the last line, oh my god, 5 stars. It's a little silly, but I am giving this 5 stars. The last line of the book. The first 2 lines, in the first line in the prologue and then the first line in chapter 1, boring, hated them, so uninteresting. But that fucking last line, oh, it got me. It got me so good in the best way possible. I'm obsessed. I thought it was fantastic. I was screaming. It was so good. It's not even like a revolutionary last line. Like, it's not crazy. It's not insane, but it did it for me. It did something for me, and I love it. So, at the end of the day, it's gonna get 5 stars. It's a very slow-paced story. I really enjoyed the beginning chapters in the bridegroom's perspective, and I loved all of Azure's perspective chapters leading up to the end events. It was just, I really loved the whimsical, childlike innocence of these girls and their relationship with each other and the way that they saw the world and reacted to it and their differences and similarities and just like this whole adventure about fairyland and becoming their true selves. It's very coming of age. I know this is adult, but Azure's perspectives are mostly from when she's a minor, and then the like ending of it is kind of where you see more 17 and 18-year-old side of them. So For an adult debut, is this like super adult? I wouldn't say so. Not in a bad way, but like this could be easily marketed new adult, young adult even. Not middle grade young adult by any means, but easily like a high schooler could pick this up. It's not that adult-y. And it's not super explicit, like there's no smut scene to really get you going. So I don't know why this was classified as adult, besides maybe the writing style. Again, I've not read from this author before. I really want to read Gilded Wolves, that trilogy. I'm super excited to get to, but I don't know when that's going to be. Hopefully soon, now that I've already read something from this author, but I don't own them. I'm on a book buying ban. I am. It's difficult, but I'm saving up for house renovations, which I'm very excited for. But yeah, those were kind of the thoughts. I loved Azure's chapters throughout the entire story. I really like the Bridegroom's chapters, especially at the beginning when the romance was alive and well. But I really loved the like whimsical fantasy side of it, that just a lot of mysteries go unexplained, but in the best way possible. Which way? This way. So yes, overall, I really enjoyed this. It's a very short book, honestly. Could maybe been a little bit shorter, but I think that's just because I'm trying to read so many books right now, and I'm not in a slump, but I could see myself falling into a slump. If I wasn't trying to do so much for readathons right now, I don't think I would be reading nearly as much, and I think that I could slump. So that is my final review for the book. I'm going to be honest with you, I haven't edited this video yet. I'm going to do that basically after I curl my hair. And I'm going to edit this video and get it up for you guys today, which is exciting. Where was I going with that? Oh, I don't know what else I read in this video. I had taken a pause in between the video to film my 24-hour Orilium and Peace Talks little mini vlog, and so that took up a chunk of my time in between, so now I don't remember what happened at the beginning of this. But no matter what happens, I hope you enjoyed. I will see you guys in my next video on Tuesday. I have no clue what it is. I'll be filming that today. But until then, I will see you guys next time. I can't do the hand thing because I'm a little busy.